I'm gonna take a break from making more craftsman weapons with the Soviet weapons that we had with the AK-47 and the AK-74U. Now let's actually switch from the country from the east to the country from the west, which is the United States. And the weapon I'll be converted to from a M16 into something else. So this is of course the M16A2, which is supposed to be a more modern, updated version from the M16A1, where the A1 was really much ill-fitted during the jungles of Vietnam due to the mud, the dirt, and the water it can get to the gun and mostly jams. Mainly they just demand these weapons immediately before they even test it out, so that's why most of America would have lost the Vietnam War because of the they just want the gun immediately, their new toys right away. Never bothered to give it a test. I know because it was a much heated moment in Vietnam. But of course this is the A2, which does have the capability to fire a free round burst. It can still fire full auto, but of course in this game it's only strict to free round burst. Now for the attachments I'm gonna have is the 16.3 titanium barrel. I'm gonna have is the bruiser grip for the magazine. I'm gonna have a 45 round, even though this is supposed to be a 30 round box magazine because the model of this 20 round box magazine, somehow the M16 can hold 30 rounds with that small mag. And our stock will be the SAS combat stock. And what I give you is the M4A1 or the Car 15, which is a more shorter version of the M16. But based off this model and the way it looks, it reminds me a lot like the M4A1, especially the model of it from Call of Duty 4 or Modern Warfare Remastered. It definitely fits like it. It actually looks pretty damn cool, actually. Looks really nice. Maybe because of the grip I have. And you can see by the model of it, it just looks so good in game. And when I compare it by the way it looks by the M16, and then it just looks like an M4. It's so crazy. And yes, I know the M4 wasn't in Cold War, was not in the 1980s. It was made in 1994. But considering the fact that we have many other guns that were made in the 90s, such as the Groza, and like, well, a fictional UMP 45, and I guess a fictional PP-19 Bison, which they're both made in the 90s. So yeah, nothing's really out of the ordinary if I include an M4A1 in freaking Cold War. And you're probably wondering, why didn't you go for the XM4 or Commando? It's literally fire full auto. True, but of course I did not like that there's no carry handle, and plus with this model, it actually captures the M4A1 in style. It actually looks pretty badass too. Alright, enough talk with it. Let's shoot some zombies. A1 assault rifle, or mostly a carbine, or M4 carbine, but I like the M4A1. It sounds a lot better. So it still fires a free round burst, since this is technically still an M16.
Your presence here was undesired.
And it kind of sucked that I can't switch to full auto in this game. Even when you pack punch it, you don't have that capability.
You are worm food now.
for this time, I decided to play at least a classic map as opposed to Outbreak. And with all the attachments I had built for, it's all about mobility with this. Also, the recoil is very controlled, so I'm just gonna fire at this wall here and. Like a little, almost like an L shape.
Take it to the grave. You are not.
Of course, I have the one that increased the rate of fire, but
I am your master. Your mistress.
Of course, the M16 is one of the more powerful weapons in this game. And it's probably even better than the YOG due to the I think due to the DPS, especially the damage and the rate of fire between bursts. All right, so let's get this thing going. So it's actually pretty powerful. Of course, still powerful, still strong as it is. I'm just a little more speedy now. But damn, with this model, this feels like I'm playing COD 4 now. Especially with this type of model. Yeah, it's pretty fun. And of course, when you pack punches, you get a 6-round burst. Yeah, as opposed to 3.
Snuff out the light of your existence.
Got really nothing to say with this gun because it's already powerful as it is. There's really no problems with it, no downsides to it. Overall, there's an actual solid weapon.
You are not the first. You will not be the last.
Deals pretty well. Especially with the mimics, especially when you pack punch it, especially if you hit them in the head.
The light of your existence.
If the weapon did have capable to fire full auto in this game, the rate of fire would be like, to me, would be either at 850 RPM, which would be definitely a lot more faster than some of the assault rifles. The only one that would beat it out though is the FAMAS, which in this game is called the FFAR.
Get down, ugly. There was no hope, nor mercy for you. Overall, I'm pretty sure this is a solid weapon to deal with the Megaton. I demand your silence.
I mean, this weapon does melt against Megatons, and may struggle a little bit with the Panzer if you're, you know, don't have any explosive with you with Semtex or C4, for example.
Revenge tastes sweet.
But it is a devastating weapon, and if you're kind of tired to using the Hauer 77 all the time, and you want like at least another powerful weapon, but that is not a shotgun, use the M16. But yeah, that's pretty much to talk about. Overall, it's just a more speedy M16. So, thank you for watching, everyone. Until next time, farewell, and have a wonderful day, everyone.